Welcome to the Luke and Connor podcast. I'm your host, Luke, and this is my co-host. This is my co-host. This is my co-host.
Oh, that's me, Connor Miller.
That was cringe.
What's up, y'all?
We're back
That
on
wasn't cringe.
we're back on our podcasting grind after how many months has it been?
Quite a few.
Yeah. I am no longer in my mom's shed. I have my own microphone. Things
And
are
his own bedroom.
things are going up from here. This is just the start of our regime as the best podcasters of all time.
Yeah.
Basically, today is kind of a warm-up, if you will, because since we haven't been podcasting in a couple months, we're kind of noobs again. So we're just going to
Yeah.
be talking about our 2021 favorite albums. We're not going to really do it in a list format. We're just going to go over a bunch of different albums. Some might not even really be good or ones we like, but they're just notable releases. So if you see an album you don't like and we're talking about it, don't be like, dude, how is that in your top 10? How is that a top 10 album? well, if we don't like it, you'll know we won't like it. So yeah. Do you have anything else to add to that?
I don't think so. Did it? All right, let's just get right into it.
Okay. Let's just
I was
start
gonna
with
ask a dumb question, but
let's just start with I guess the popular album of the year. This is probably the average man's album of the year, which is Donda by Kanye
Donda.
West. Donda Chant. This
Yep.
This was such a weird release. There's
Yeah.
3 listening parties, which are all of them were very memorable in my opinion. They all had very climactic ends and just so much weird stuff.
Technically,
was going on.
wasn't there 4, and there was only 3 live streamed ones?
I don't know. Maybe there was.
Cause remember, there was a private celebrity
Yeah,
live
yeah.
stream or
Yeah, I think you're
celebrity
right.
listening party.
I think you're right. That was
I'm always right.
not true, but Donda was a weird release, and then it finally dropped. And since it's Kanye, that wasn't really the end of it. We would get a couple changes to the album.
Yeah.
People got removed, and then eventually we got a deluxe, which he just shuffled the track list basically, and then added 2 more songs. That was kind of weird. But Donda was
Do you
pretty
like the
awesome.
deluxe?
I've never really listened to the deluxe other than the new songs. I just listened to Life of the Party and the part 2s. Life of the Party's
Dang.
awesome. But I
I
like
listened to it a couple times, and I like the deluxe more.
Oh, really? I like the track listing of the original a lot. I think the deluxe kind of seemed weird of how it. Wait, let me
I thought
look
it
at
was weird, and then once I got used to it, I was like, all right, this is kind of vibey. And Life of the Party just makes it I don't know. That song reminds me of No More Parties in LA.
Yeah, I agree. I think Devil in a New Dress, and then No More Parties in LA, and then Life of the Party. It's a trilogy.
I can feel that. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking LaCroix, and I'm proud of it.
That's fire.
I think my favorite track. I've listened to the hell out of it, every track, and it's really solid front to back. I have some
Everything
problems
seems
with
to
it.
be
It's a
working,
bit
I
too
just
bloated.
can't
There
move.
is tracks that I'm bleh. But my favorite track, we had technical difficulties and Connor's mic cut out. But basically, to get ourselves back on track, I was saying Jesus Lord is my favorite song on Donda. But I think Donda, I don't know if it cracks the top 10 for me, but I think it's a really solid release from Kanye. And it's a good way to get him back on the tracks after Jesus is King.
I agree. I'm looking at the track list right now. I think my favorite song is Hurricane, even though I liked the original leak of it way better. And let's see. I like Moon. I think I like Heaven and Hell.
Yeah,
I don't
that's the
really
one where it's
remember.
no more promos, no more promo. It's that one.
I kind of like that one. Oh, off the grid. That's an obvious one.
Yeah, Off the Grid, like I said, it's too much of a banger not to like it.
Yeah. And then off the deluxe, which like half counts, is Life of the Party. That would probably be my favorite one out of all of them, but you know, it's the deluxe, so
Yeah,
it's
there's
some
a,
gray area.
there's some controversy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donda's cool. You know what else is cool? The Fool. That's a Luke Zone bar right there. You
No,
know
it's
what else is
not.
cool? The Fool by Blade. I just got a fade. The Fool was Blade's 2021 release. I remember after Good Luck release, people were scared that Blade would never be the same and he was just going to be like all pop. And everybody was nervous. And then he dropped The Fool. And everybody was like, this is great. And that was me. I love The Fool. It's just such a blissful and fun album. You can't help but just to smile throughout the entire thing. It's fun. It's fun.
I think it's pretty
well
fun
produced.
too.
And it's just clean. That's the best way I can describe it. Like the mixing and the production, it just sounds so clean and pristine. It sounds like it was just made to be listened on new headphones. It just goes through your brain and it just washes everything, and then you're happy.
I agree with that. My little brother even likes a song off this album.
Is it
So-
Hope Breakfast?
Yeah.
Pop out like a toast. Woke up late. The breakfast closed. This is easily top 10 for me. I don't think it's Blade's best. I think I like 333 and Ever Since more because they're more like ambitious and artistically creative, I guess. But this is just too much fun not to like it, like I said.
Yeah. I haven't really thought about where it ranks in his other albums, but I definitely like Ice Dancer and Exeter more.
Yeah.
I like Exeter more than Ice Dancer. I just said them opposite because I'm cool like that.
The Fool is like a sequel to Ice Dancer. Like Ice Dancer's like the cool, like chill one, and then The Fool is just like your friend who just always like makes you happy. Like you're not like really good friends with them, but they just like make your day brighter.
Okay. That's a weird analogy, but we'll go with it.
Another
What's
great
your-
album. Wait, what were you saying? My bad.
What's your favorite track off The Fool?
Bro, I'm a Ego Baby boy. Ego Baby he
Ego
ascends. He ascends with his vocals. He's like he literally does that. Like there's no exaggeration there. He just does that on the track and it just sounds good for some reason.
I know. I'm trying to think of what I like. Like, they're all like, there's no bad songs on here. There's just some that aren't as good, but they're all like super freaking even.
Super freaking even.
Except the Fool intro. Wait, no, that's a song too.
Yeah, the Fool
Jeez.
intros. Confess.
I'm just gonna say Hotel Breakfast is my favorite, but I also
You're so
like
basic. You're so basic,
the
bro.
I also like the 9 is Up, and I like Wet.
Wet
Luke, wanna-
Water 2.
Wanna know a secret
What?
that the audience can't know about? For like a couple hours, I was texting my girlfriend only in the like titles of Blade songs, and I couldn't say anything else. And she was getting so mad, and it was
Bro,
so
you
funny.
keep that in. Keep that in. That's
Oh,
a
I
real-
know. I'm gonna keep it in. I was just saying that as a joke.
Call me if you get lost.
Suckers.
We already have
This-
a podcast on Call Me If You Get Lost. I forgot
Do
about
we?
that. Yeah, we do.
I forgot about that too.
That was
I
an
just
awesome
realized
podcast.
I forgot to put my freaking sound insulation boards up. Cause like
my freaking sound insulation boards.
I know
It's fine.
they
This
frickin-
is like
they freaking fell down.
this is just a prelude to the rest of the podcast from here on out. I think we
I know.
called like we were like we're in season 2 now, and then we dropped like one podcast.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
This is season 3. We're on season 3, and this
Yeah.
is like the pilot episode. And Call Me If You Get Lost. We already have an entire podcast on it, but just to summarize, it's awesome. It's Tyler's victory lap. It's hype.
Oh yeah, that's what we called it.
Yeah, it's such a good explanation. Like every time I listen to it, that's just the way I would put it. It's his victory lap. It's just all his sounds culminating into one awesome album. Not his best, but it's undeniably good.
Yeah. Since that podcast, this album's grown on me a little more. Like, it's not that I didn't like it or anything before. I don't know. I just think it's better now.
Yeah, I think I agree with that too.
But I don't know. I'm going to see that album, or I guess not that album live, but gonna see Tyler in concert sometime in the near future.
That's hype. Hopefully he doesn't cancel and break up his entire music career like Brockhampton.
Did they like cancel a concert and break up, or did they just break up?
They're doing like one more concert, and then they had like an entire tour planned with Gene Dawson,
Uh-huh.
and they just like canceled it, and they're just
Dang.
doing one last concert. So that's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's
But
pretty
that
tough.
that's how you know it's kind of for real though, because they just lost probably like millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's facts.
Speaking of millions of dollars, most cash money producer out right now. Good. I don't know how to say his name still, but he's the Drain Gang producer, and he produced Foreign Exchange by RX Poppy. And the best way to describe this for me is it's the hood version of Exeter.
Honestly, bro, I don't even know what you mean by that
I
description.
don't know. They're just so similar to me, but like not at the same time. Exeter is just, bro. I'm doing this friend analogy thing again, but Exeter is like
Uh-oh.
the he's like the chill friend, and he's just always like happy and he's kind of lost. You don't really like understand what's going on in his head. But you also have a friend who's like the same way, but he owns like 15 guns. That's the comparison between Exeter and Foreign Exchange. They're like similar in personality, but one has a bunch of guns and was raised in the hood, and one is from Sweden and has Stockholm syndrome. I don't even know what Stockholm syndrome is. I just wanted to say that.
I don't know. I don't know what it is either. Stockholm's a place in
Sweden.
Sweden, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're all
Right.
from. All the Drain Gang boys. The thing
I know
about
they're from Sweden. Are they from Stockholm though?
yeah, they are.
Oh, that's crazy.
The thing about Foreign Exchange that really surprised me is one of the songs like blew up on TikTok, which is just funny as hell.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And it's all like videos saying like this is one of the deepest songs out right now, because it's like how he like got kicked out of his house and like he had to like be raised by the streets or something.
Dang, that's
Well,
tragic.
Something that kind of bothers me with this album, not bothers me, it bothered me at first, but it grew on me, is I don't think he records verses. I think he just goes one line at a time, but that's how I did the Luke Sonic anyway.
What the? Wait, really?
Yeah. That RX Poppy's a
Bruh.
big inspiration. I'm pretty sure he just does one line at a line, because he'll be like, I'll be louder with a dad! And then he'll go back to quiet. So that way he can like get a lot of energy in a verse in quotes.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
not like lose his breath. I feel like Kanye does that too. I just like notice like when their voice just goes super loud to quiet, just like instantly. I'm like, they had to have a cut right there or something.
Maybe, but I feel like if they cut, Kanye would be smart enough to blend his voice, so it's probably natural.
I don't know. I feel like especially on Donda and Jesus is King, I feel like he did that, especially because he just like records on iPhones and he just doesn't care anymore.
Does he really?
Yeah, he recorded Jesus is King on an iPhone. I'm pretty sure, like all the vocals.
That's crazy. I
While
wonder
we're
if he
on-
recorded it on the iPhone and then he had someone like make it sound way better.
I mean,
That's
he
probably
definitely
what
did.
happened.
You can kind of tell on some of the Jesus is King tracks that he recorded on an iPhone though.
I could never tell, but I never knew that, so I wasn't listening
PXE.
for it.
We're staying on
PXE?
the Drain Gang trend, right in the beginning. PXE, or Pixie music, Echo 2K.
This
This
isn't
dropped-
an album, right?
Yeah, this is an EP. I threw some EPs in there just for shits and giggles.
It's all good. This podcast isn't specifically albums. It's just 2021 in general.
Yeah.
But
So
we're
we
probably
could
just going to talk about mostly albums.
Yeah, we might dabble in some movies here and there.
What?
Do you even watch a movie in 2021? From 2021?
Not that I can think of right now.
I watched a ton because I got this like movie pass where I could go to the movie theater infinitely. So I watched like every
Oh, that's
2021
crazy.
movie. Yeah. But basically, Pixie music, it dropped pretty early in the year from what I remember. It was like a surprise drop too. That's something I like about Drain Gang is like everything is a surprise drop with them. So
Yeah, like
when
the
you're
Fool
least,
came out like so quickly. It was like
I knew
I-
about the Fool because it leaked or something, but if you didn't know about the leak, it was completely random.
yeah, I remember you told me first that he was dropping a song, and then it was just all of a sudden an album, and then it like
Yeah.
dropped the next day after you told me that.
I was hype.
It was pretty hype. I just realized you spelt my name wrong in the Discord chat.
Yeah, I do it on purpose to piss you off. Pixie? I keep calling it PXE just because that's how it's spelled. But I
Uh-huh.
think it's pronounced Pixie.
I always call it Pixie.
It's an awesome EP. It's pretty experimental.
Music.
It's pretty experimental. In the Flesh and Jalos is really good. That's how it's
Wait,
spelled.
is it not spelt right?
No, it's not. It's spelled really
Never
wrong
noticed
actually.
that.
I like No song and Big Air. Big Air is like an ambient song. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think our rankings for this song or this album were exactly the same.
Oh, really? Well, I feel like it's a pretty since it's so short, it's kind of easy
Yeah.
to, and especially because
Yeah.
there's like 2 instrumental songs.
Yeah,
PXE,
but
Pixie, awesome.
that one song, what's it called? Like the really good one.
In the Flesh. Pink Floyd?
Wait, is it actually called In the Flesh? I just got so confused.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, he's fucking with me. Oh, that's cool.
No, it's called In.
You know, that's the name of a song by this band called Pink Floyd.
That's the name of like 15 songs by Pink Floyd.
No, only
Dude,
two.
Is this
And one has a question mark.
Is this another Flesh in the Wall part 53?
No, you're thinking of another brick in the wall.
Trip
Okay.
at Night. I just want you to explain why Trip at Night
Wait,
is
no,
your top
I
10
have
album.
to. I have to talk about the song, In the Flesh.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh, it reminds me of the Lego Movie. Like I don't know
hell?
why, but the
Where do you
song
get that
Everything
from?
is Awesome and like Legos being built, like that's just what I imagine when that song plays. I don't know why. Like it doesn't sound similar. It just reminds me like he just
Lego?
put that energy into the lyrics and that's what I heard.
Emmett? Was Emmett singing this?
Yeah, Emmett sings
Emmett
In the
in-
Flesh by Echo 2K.
Emmett in Wild Style? President
Freaking
Business?
Batman. All right.
President Business?
This is a music podcast, okay? No more
Connor.
movie talk
Trip at Night. Why is it top 10 of 2021?
because it's fire.
Destroy me with facts and logic right now.
You can't say that because then I don't know what to say. But I think it's the name. Like, shoot, what was his last one? Like this one's Trip at Night. The last one.
Oh,
was,
Life's a Trip?
Life's a Trip. Yeah. I think it's a name. Like he can only drop good albums under this title. No, but the real reason I like this album is because the beats are so fire, and like
the Rage beats?
yeah, the rage beats. And like I don't care that like Trippie Redd didn't really create that style and he's kind of just like biting off other people. Like I don't care, it's so good. I'll still listen to it anyways. And like he doesn't have any bad verses, like he doesn't try to experiment all crazy like sing or something on a rage beat. Like his other albums he'll do like some weird stuff and then I'll stop listening, but it's what you'd expect from a rapper. It's rap and good beats.
When I listen to Trip at Night, I think I accidentally like pressed the like loop button on accident. But then I realized all the songs just sound the same. Except
Dang.
there's a couple great songs, I can't lie. Like Matt Hardy 999 and Miss the Rage, certified classics.
There's so many good songs. Want me to go through the track list and tell you all the good songs right now? I'm gonna say like half of it.
Sure, buddy.
Hold up. What's this album called? Oh,
Trip at Okay, here's another reason. I just need to rant. I've ranted before about this, but the fact that he said Drake is featured on this album, drop the album, Drake's not there. Fast forward a day, he drops Trip at Night Complete Edition, and Drake's there. That is the
That's like
stupidest stuff. And then guess what? Gunna did the same exact thing.
with Drake or just another person?
Yeah, with Drake.
What the
DS4
heck?
Forever. DS4 Forever.
Why?
P Power featuring Drake.
What the heck?
Simu-
That's so weird.
Simulate a Day. DS4 Forever, but like it's spelled out forever instead of forever, like four, and then never mind.
I know what
It's
you mean.
it's featuring Drake. What is with this trend? Why do you need to make an entire another release just to have one song with Drake, and then it's super mid and no one cares about it?
It must be like something to do with like streams. Like they make more money this way, which I would think it's the opposite because like less people listen to the first album because Drake's not on it. But
It just annoys me
I
so
don't
much.
even know.
It makes me furious.
It's okay, man. The Luke Zone, it's more than just an album. If you guys
But
don't know, Luke has dropped an album this year.
2022. Well, it is 2022.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I guess this can't be included in the 2021 list.
It's
but
forbidden.
Y'all still gotta
LSC
go.
EP1.
Oh yeah, that was 2021. That's a
Yeah.
bad one. That one's bad.
Dude, Saucing at Timberline is a banger.
That's a banger, and then the other two are like, all right,
Chris
get this
Middleton
kid
is-
off the mic.
I
Chris
think that's-
Middleton is kind of good.
I think all my songs are kind of like that, but it's fine.
But yeah, Luke dropped the album. Go listen to it. It's called The Luke Zone. I
My
quite
dad
like
just
it.
sneezed. Did you hear my dad sneeze?
I think so.
He went, Heesha! Okay, I'm cutting you off, and I don't want to hear your favorite songs on Trip at Night, because I'm
All
sorry,
right.
no one cares. But you know what people care about? The Life of Pierre 5. Was that in your
Yeah.
top 10 or no?
It was.
I
Yeah.
don't- It wasn't in mine, but it's. I think it's more solid than Trip at Night, personally.
I think so too. But I think I like Trip at Night more. I don't
Really?
know which one I put higher on my ranking, but like, I think The Life of Pierre 5 is a better album, but Trip at Night I just like more.
It just
I-
has a cooler aesthetic.
I think so. Like, I don't know. Just like, I don't even know, bro. I can just listen to it on repeat. And like, if I listen to The Life of Pierre 5 on repeat, I'm like, all right, this has got to go. And
I think
there's
it-
points in The Life of Pierre where it like kind of drags, but it's almost like it makes the album better. Like, Trippy's album, it just is the same like all throughout.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's
I
why I
see what you
think
mean.
Pierre's is better. Like, there's like peaks, you know? It's
Yeah,
like looking
yeah.
at the stock market. It's like a roller coaster adventure. It's not just the same feeling for an hour.
One of my hobbies is looking at the stock market. Just the graphs. I like seeing the peaks. Yeah, I think I kind of agree, but at the same time, The Life of Pierre 5 kind of suffers the same fate, where like vocally and production-wise, it's pretty like similar throughout the entire thing. But then you have
Yeah.
like occasionally like the hard tracks and like the softer tracks, which I kind of like the variation there. And I don't know if I'm a huge fan of like the songs transitioning into another.
The
I
only
think it
like
helps with like a whole album experience, but like when you're just listening to one song, you're just like, come
yeah.
on.
I can kind of understand that when you're listening to one song. I like it all together as an album though. I feel like if I made an album and I actually like produce the songs or like I had a producer, I'd probably do that to the songs or at least most of them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the thing that like I noticed this after listening to this so many times, but like every single song, freaking Pierre Bourne's like producer tag is this sound effect and it's like on all the beats and I just notice it so much every single time I listen to it. I don't
Like the crash?
yeah, that's the crash. And then
and it's like on the
but,
hard
like,
tracks.
yeah,
the-
like on
like
the
the
hard
thing.
tracks it goes harder and then like on the soft tracks like it's a little softer. It's actually like a great producer tag because it's like included with the song. You don't just hear like, "Hey yo, Pierre, come out here." It's like actually that one is kind of cool though. Not gonna lie. All right,
My
I'm just
favorite
ranting
song-
about his producer track now.
My favorite song Probably
Wait, what's it called? I'm saying
the
producer track. It's called producer
producer
tag.
tag
All right,
or a
yeah.
watermark.
A
I'm
watermark.
going with 40 Clip. I think is my favorite song as of right now. There's a lot of good tracks on here. Like 42 is good too.
I really like Switching Lanes. I like 42. I like Couch. Mm, and I like
You-
Butterfly and For You at the end of the album. So, I don't know. I'll just say Switching Lanes is my favorite because it's got Cardi.
That's
But
like a
all
super
those
old
ones are
Cardi
good
verse.
ones.
Speaking of Cardi, let's talk about Lancey Fowl. Fowl.
Wait,
Fowls,
is it an old
Fowls.
Cardi verse? Because I remember I thought that because he says Dial-It.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Someone told
Dial-It.
me. I don't really have the proof of that. Someone just told me it's an old Cardi verse. And it like got
Wait.
leaked before or something.
Wait, like someone told you it got leaked or someone told you it's an old Cardi verse? Because I might have been that person.
Someone told me both.
Oh.
Like the same person told me both of those things.
Oh.
But Lancey Fowlks, how do you say it? I don't know. But Live Evil.
Probably Fox.
No, it's Foe. It's Foe. Because he has an album
Oh.
called Friend or Foe. You want to be Friend or Fox? Friend or Furry. Live
Friend
Evil
or
is pretty cool.
Fowks.
I think Live Evil was very like, I don't know how to put it except like it just got me beating my head. Like I was just banging my head. It was hard. And the beat drops on some of the songs were just insane, like Out of My Mind and Wait in Miami. Both amazing tracks. I don't really have much to say about it except it was a solid album and I hope Lancey I hope he continues to progress this sound into like a more fleshed out album.
I listened to it like once, maybe twice. No, probably just once. Because I don't think like nothing really stood out to me that I listened to again. And I
Really?
don't know why, because I've heard a lot of people that like it. Like, I don't think it's bad. It just wasn't appealing to me, so I didn't listen to it again.
Like I said, Wait in Miami and Out of My Mind are really the only two like tracks that I came out with like those are like the ones that I added to my playlist. I added Sweet and Respect too, but those ones are like in my playlist there's like A tier songs and then like B tier songs. Like the A tiers are the ones I never skip and then like the B tier is like this is like good in the right mood, but I'm sorry, you're a skip.
I don't like to skip songs when I'm like listening to music.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like it makes me not like that song. Like, I'll just skip it every single time.
Yeah, that's fair. I think there's a couple songs on my playlist that I literally do know, like never listen to, but I like refuse to remove them.
What are they?
I don't know. I sometimes I eventually do remove them. It's usually songs
Dang.
from like a long time ago that I used to like, but I just don't like anymore.
Uh-huh.
Like
I see.
"Murder on My Mind" by Y&W Melly. That came on. I was like, should I listen to this? And I think I did listen to it, but still, the thought is what counts.
I feel like you did not listen to that. Like, I feel like you would have made fun of me if I listened to that.
I got murder on my mind. It's just like a chilling, cool track. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Civilization 2 by Caro Bonito. This was another EP. And this was probably my favorite EP of the year, I think. I'm not really up to date on all the EPs that dropped, but Civilization 2 was really good.
I was just gonna say, what about EP? And then I remembered it's actually called LP.
Well, there's EP2 by JPEG Mafia. Do you remember that? That was like in January.
Yeah. Wait, were they both in 2021?
Yeah, EP2 and LP.
What? Oh, I thought they were both different years.
EP1 was 2020.
Interesting.
Another great EP was the Beach House EP, but the thing is, I'm not really counting that because what they're doing is they're like releasing 4 EPs that turn into an entire album. So like
yeah,
it's
you're
kind
telling
of
me
hard.
about that.
Yeah, it's kind of
That's
hard
weird.
to like rate, and I think people have done that before. I think Denzel Curry did that with Taboo, and Kevin Abstract did that with Arizona Baby, where they like release it in like segments. I don't really like it that much, but whatever. The music's good, so can't
Yeah.
complain.
I feel like if you do that for your first album, like, I don't know, that's just kind of cringe.
Yeah, I agree. But Beach House they're a well-known name, so
Yeah, so they
they
get
can
the
get away with
pass.
it. Yeah, they get
Yeah,
the
the
release
end.
in segments, the release in segments pass, Connor.
Yeah.
You know who else gets the you know who else gets the release in segments pass?
Who?
By the time I get to Phoenix by injury reverse.
Reverse?
Reserve.
What?
Bro, it's too late. I've reserve. This was my album of the year.
Wait, did
And
this come out in parts?
by the time I get to Phoenix?
Yeah.
No, it came out in August, maybe September. I think September. I don't know. Whenever it came out, doesn't matter.
Wait,
Album
what
of
did
the
you
year.
say about this album being like
I said it
another
gets
album?
I think I said it gets the pass to release in segments. It didn't release in segments, but it still gets the pass. It's allowed to
All right.
because
All
it's good
right.
enough.
I'm just not gonna question you.
It's awesome. It's good enough to release in segments. Like that's like the true testament if an album is good or not. If it releases in segments, is it bad or good? And if hypothetically, if Injury Reserve released this album in segments, it would still be a 10 out of 10 because it's a masterpiece in my opinion. I've talked about this album to death. I don't really want to like delve into it too much because this podcast would be like 30 minutes longer than it already is. Basically, what I'm going to say is it's very ambitious and it progresses the sound of hip hop to something I've never heard before. That's all I'm
It,
saying.
it sounds like freaking Armand Hammer. Like the first song reminds me of Armand Hammer, but like super angry and like he's turning into
Yeah.
the Hulk.
Bro, you have the weirdest descriptions today. Lego movie, Injury Reserve, turning into the Hulk.
Hey man, that's just how I feel.
My
No, but
favorite song.
I'm gonna like do this album as an analogy. All right.
Okay.
So like Life's a Trip is like your friend that just loves to have like a good time and he's just always partying. And then by the time I get to Phoenix is like your friend that just has like PTSD from like high school because he got bullied and he just turns into the Hulk and he like just steals like little kids on the weekends. That's what this album is, and it doesn't make it bad. Like it's pretty good for a person that steals kids. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have no idea what that means, but yeah, it has
That's
a very
how bad your analogies are, Luke.
it has a apocalyptic. I don't know how to say that word. Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic. Wait,
That
I said
word.
it wrong too.
It's hard to say.
Apocalyptic.
It's hard to say, but
Maybe for a
it
baby.
has that vibe. It has that vibe. If I was a baby, I'd be stolen right now. Because you said he
Okay.
steals babies. This is so cringe, bro. My favorite song is Knees. I like Knees so much. It's such a like depressing and just like cool sounding song. The instrumental just sounds like it's tripping over itself. And it's called Knees. And knees, you trip
Wait.
when you have knees.
Do you
Man.
trip at night
No, but my knees hurt when I grow.
when
And
you grow?
I haven't been. Yeah, that's what it means. Like, he says my knees hurt when I grow, but I haven't been growing. So his knees are hurting, but he's not growing as a person. So like, he's going through pain, but he's not growing from as a person through his pain. So it's just like pain for the sake of pain, and it's sad because his friend died, who was Stepa Che Groggs, and he was in the creation of this album.
Crazy.
That's just one song, bro.
All right, we're not gonna get into it. Next up, we have for the first time. Of,
Have you even
of
listened?
course, I read the one album that you know everything about, and I haven't listened to.
Well, I got that vinyl. You see it?
I see it. No one else can though.
I know. For the first time is so badass, bro. That's just the best way I can describe it. The instrumentation is so good throughout the entire thing. And the guy's voice, it kind of is hard to get used to, but once you get used to it, you're just vibing with him. It really reminds me of Slint, Spiderland by Slint. It just has like the same vibe, like the climaxes, and it's such a great album. It's like short but long at the same time. Like the songs are long, but the album it has a short track list. It's definitely a must check out album for 2021, especially because in 2022 they're releasing another new album. I think it's called like The Anthill or something like that. I don't even know, but the singles have been so good for it. And also another connection, Black Country New Road is sampled on Injury Reserve's by the time I get to Phoenix.
Bro, it sounded like you almost said injury reverses again.
I probably did, bro. I'm stumbling over my words at this point. This is good practice, though.
Wait, so what does for the first time sound like? Is it like hype or chill or like
Have you ever listened to Spiderland?
not enough to remember it.
Okay,
I
think
think
of
I
like
did once.
okay, think of like we'll start with a basis for you. Pink Floyd. Think of Pink Floyd. Okay, now make it
Alright.
more like dark and like a bit scarier and more like abstract and more
Well, you see, there's
paranoid.
many eras to Pink Floyd. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
don't care. Think of more like paranoid and like abstract and like a lot more, I guess, lyrical based, and then add like awesome drumming and like crazy like melodies and craziness, and now you have Black Country New Road.
All right, I might check it out.
People who don't know you are gonna be people who don't know you are gonna be so confused that I'm comparing Pink Floyd to Black Country New Road. That's like such a bad comparison. But for people who don't know, Connor is a Pink Floyd stan, so I have to compare everything, including rap music, to Pink Floyd for him to understand it.
I'm not even a stan. Like, I just went through a phase where, like, a couple months, that's all I could listen to.
I would say you're a stan.
All right.
But you know what I'm a stan of? I'm a stan of JPEG Mafia LP. These transitions have been hard.
Like, hard as in difficult or hard as in, like,
No, hard as like,
badass?
damn, that was hard, bro. LP makes me, damn, that was hard, bro.
LP
is,
makes you hard?
yes, it's bangers after bangers after bangers after a couple like melodic like chill tracks after bangers after bangers after bangers. It's fire. I think everybody and their mom has talked about LP this year. Like, it's just such a it's not his best album, but it's just a culmination of everything he's been working to. It's very similar to Call Me If You Get Lost, in my opinion, where it's kind of like a victory lap, more of the rapper proving himself to the world and kind of breaking into the mainstream a little bit more, which JPEG Mafia still has a lot of mainstream to break into, but I don't care if he ever breaks into the mainstream because the way he progresses the genre is just so awesome.
I can't see JPEG Mafia being in the mainstream. Like, just
Me
going
neither.
to school and people listening to freaking abstract hip-hop.
Yeah, it's because he pushes the envelope too much for some people. I remember
Yeah.
someone told me that JPEG Mafia isn't good. He just is experimental, and that's why he's good, or like something like stupid like that.
Uh-huh.
Wait, let me remember it. He said, JPEG Mafia is not good. He just makes bad music and calls it experimental and passes it off as groundbreaking music. That's not true at all. That's a stupid statement, and I shouldn't even be bringing it up. But you know what I should be bringing up?
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner was Brockhampton's last
You looked
album. Bro.
you looked so sad when I spoiled saying it. You looked
No,
up and
it
you're
was-
like, yeah.
It was perfect. I was sad because Roadrunner is their final album.
I'm not sad.
Yeah,
If
you're not
anything,
really
I'm
that big
glad.
of a. You're not a big Brockhampton fan. I'm not even that big of a Brockhampton fan, but I'm a bit sad because they're awesome. Maybe I'm a fan,
I think so.
bro. Buzzcut. That still
That
might be
song's
like
good.
that. Still might be my single of the year. When that came out, I couldn't stop listening to it. It's so good. Danny Brown.
I like that
We
song
need a
and
Danny
nothing
Brown.
else. Dude, I remember
Really?
you couldn't stop listening to it. You freaking played the music video like 30 times that one night at Nick's house.
It was like the best music. It's such a good music video though. That's the thing.
I know. When I watch it, it reminds me of that night. It was crazy.
Let me look up the track list real quick. This album is very, it's not as good as the Saturation series, but it's very polished. I'll just say that. I don't really think there's a single miss, maybe except for Count on Me, which is a bit too like mainstreamy for me. It's a bit too like commercial. Sounds like it would play in a commercial. I think my favorite track is Buzzcut or The Light Part 2, which is a haunting song. The lyrics got me messed up.
Got me messed up. Like, sometimes when you're talking, I'll feel like you're, like, on the Luke Zone. Like, saying rap. Because, like, the way that you say stuff in the music is the way you actually talk.
Yeah, I basically just talked over beats.
pretty much.
Tyron. When was the last
Tyron.
time you listened? When was the last time you listened to Tyron? Was it when it released?
When we made the reels for it.
Dang, I listened to it pretty like recent because
Actually,
I'm
I
the-
might have listened to it another time after that, but just once.
here's the thing, I'm the president of music club at Timberline High School, and that was our most recent album that we like talked about. Was Tyron, so I'm pretty fresh on it. And I think it's just like a good direction for Slow Tie because like the two side concepts are really cool. How there's the hard side and like the introspective side. It's like a good concept album, and I think Slow Tie went from like a guy who makes bangers to a guy who can like actually make a full-fledged album in the course of one album with this. And I'm excited to see where he goes from here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see his next album. I hope he like chooses a direction for it though, cause like I think having it split in half, it like does a good job of like showcasing that he's like talented and can like do more than what people think. But like for the overall listening experience, it's kind of weird because it's like, oh, this album was one way and now it's a different way.
Someone explained it to me in that meeting I had. He said it was like, it's like a lighter. So like the first half is fire, and then the lighter flicks off for the second half, and it's like what the lighter is without the flame for the second half, or something like that. It's kind of dumb, but it's kind of cool. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's cool or dumb. Probably just the way
That's-
you explained it.
Yeah, probably. You know what? Another album that I can't tell if it's cool or dumb.
What?
Rainbow Bridge 3, bro, by Cemetery. Have you listened to this yet?
I have.
I've been bugging you too.
I know.
This album, I could not believe my ears the first time I heard it. I remember where I was. It's one of those albums, like where you remember where
Really?
you were. Yeah. I was
What does
in
it sound like?
Okay. Take Chief Keef. You know Chief Keef, right?
Yeah, I know Chief
shoot
Keef.
him in the head. So he goes to hell. He's dead.
Okay.
He's in hell.
He's
But
dead.
he makes a deal with the devil. And he's like, "Can I go back to Earth?" And he's like, "Yeah, but you have to release an album for me." And that's what it sounds like. It's just insane. Everything is distorted. Everything's turned up to 11, and it's absolutely goofy, but so fun at the same time. And I don't know, it's just so like campy, but like in the best way possible.
What's campy?
Campy is like kind of like corny.
Isn't that... Wait, what... Was that the freaking character... Did you watch Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah.
Was that the name of the little, like, dragon person that they found? Wait, no, that was Swampy. Never mind.
Campy is like corny. Like, I'm trying to think of like a TV show that's like campy. I don't know. Never mind. It's not worth explaining at this point. Just look up the
Alright.
definition, kid. Rainbow
Okay,
Bridge 3.
kid.
You should listen to it after this podcast. It's insane. It's definitely not perfect, but it's definitely up there for one of my favorite mixtapes of 2021.
I'll listen to it, but, like, I always thought that Cemetery and, Ghost, whatever, what is his name?
Ghost Mountain.
Ghost Mountain. Like, I just thought they were, like, meme rappers. Like, I never took them seriously because they just look like
Yeah.
crazy. Like, are they joking? Like, are they trolling
No,
when they do
not
stuff like
trolling.
that? They're not trolling. All right.
They're like, it's just their aesthetic. It's like Evil Blade.
Evil Blade. All right.
Like,
I feel like
there's
I
a-
like
there's
the
a-
album after
there's
you
a
said that.
There's a connection in their fan bases, but their music is not similar. I'll just say that.
Interesting.
Yeah. How many do we have left? 3? Hitler wears
Only a couple.
Hermes. A and B.
Hermes.
It's Hermes? Really? I thought it was Hermes.
It's Hermes. See the
Side
fancy
B.
E?
Side B is 10 times better than side A.
Yeah. The only reason that I included side A in like in this album is because, well, like, it's side A and B, so like it kind of like on a vinyl that means that it's the same album. It's just like different sides. So it's like the
Amazing
same album. It's
explanation,
just
bro.
weird on it's just weird on streaming. But there's this one song that is so freaking good. Let me pull it up.
I like
It's
side A,
called
but side
it's
B
called
still way
Right
better.
Now, featuring Stove God Cooks and
Stove God
Jadakiss.
Cooks. He's Jadakiss. Is it pronounced like that? It
I'm
probably is.
pretty sure.
What I like about side A is Sauce Walker. Bro, Sauce Walker's verse, it bangs. Do you remember who Sauce Walker is?
Kind of.
So you know that one song by Dean Blunt and ASAP Rocky, 19?
Yeah. Oh, I was
It's like,
thinking of a different person. Yeah.
you know that song? You know the guy that does the hook? He's like, first things first.
Yeah.
That's Sauce Walker. And
I
Sauce
remember.
Walker, he collabs with Dean Blunt and West Side Gun, but the music he makes is completely different. It's like Houston trap rap. Sauce Walker is one of my most underrated rappers out right now, and I think he has a lot of potential, but I don't know if he's going to fulfill that because he's one of those people that are like great rappers but don't really have like the best aesthetic or like artistic vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That
But
makes sense.
he has some really good tracks, I think.
Yeah. But my favorite song out of both these albums is Right Now. And if you haven't heard it, go listen to it because it's like, it'll just put you in the best mood ever.
Hell on Earth
Even-
Part 2 is my favorite song.
Which one is that off?
That's
The
on
second
side
one?
B.
See, side B.
Yeah. That's honestly one of the best Griselda songs I've ever heard.
Hell on Earth Part 2.
Yeah, speaking of Griselda, apparently like a lot of West Side Gun's music is getting removed off streaming because he had like WWE samples and he's not allowed to have that or something. So that's kind of sad. But frankly, I don't care.
Dang.
What I do care about is Smiling with No Teeth. You weren't the biggest fan of this from what I remember.
I didn't like dislike it or anything. Just wasn't my favorite really.
By Genesis Owusu. It really reminds me of like Tyler the Creator, just because of how like versatile he is. Like he can do it all. It seems like on this album. There's really not like a style he doesn't touch. It feels like it's very ambitious. I don't really have much else to say. I think my favorite song is "Don't Need You."
I feel
Song's
like
too catchy.
this it's not a bad album. Like it's a good album and it like really showcases that he's like versatile. Wait, is it versatile or versatile?
I think you can say it both ways. I say it versatile though.
All right. He is versatile flooring in his music like style. He's versatile in his music style.
Luke's on?
Luke's on part 2? No,
It's
but
actually called Revenge of the Luke.
really? But hold on a second. Yeah,
Just wanted to see how warm it was in here.
it's pretty warm.
It's very warm. Okay, good. Awesome.
I've been interrupted, but we're good now. Shoot, do you remember what I said?
Versatile something. I don't know.
All right, let me rethink this. This is getting cut out right now, what I'm talking about. I just have to think for a second. Welcome to the Luke Zone. I just start singing that in class sometimes. It's so funny because no one knows what I'm talking about, and then Abby just starts laughing. Wait. Oh, alright. I thought Audacity got broken. I think I just couldn't hear you for a second. Say something.
Hello?
Oh, there
Can
you
you hear
go.
me?
Alright. We're gonna get back into this. I think that this album like shows that he's very versatile, but like it's not like a cohesive project, you know? Like the sound is it gets wonky all throughout. So I think his next album, if he like sticks to one like vibe, it'll be very good. And like I'm hoping that this one he's just like showing off and being like, yeah, I can do all these different type of songs. And the next one, like there's a theme and there's like a story and a plot, like all good albums.
There is like a story and plot to this, but I get what you're
Oh
saying.
crap.
It's the two black dogs. One is depression and one is racism. And that's why like the harder tracks, he's like more angry. It's like the racism ones, and the ones where he's like more soft is like more like depression, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really delve into the concept that much.
I didn't at all.
And with our final thing we're gonna talk about, we've missed a lot of albums. obviously, but we just kind of compiled a random list to talk about. So don't be sad if your favorite album's not on here, because
No, I want you to be sad. If your favorite
yeah,
album's not on
you
here,
have to be depressed.
yeah, you're one of the dogs now. If you know what I mean.
Silk Sonic.
I didn't listen.
You didn't listen? You didn't bump it?
No,
I thought you were a
didn't.
Bruno Mars stan.
Really?
You were addicted to Uptown Funk.
Yeah, in 5th grade.
He couldn't stop singing it. He was like, "Stop."
Wait a minute.
He would
Okay, I do
literally
remember
say
that.
that to me when I was trying to talk.
I was just trolling you and you didn't know.
But Silk Sonic, on the other hand, it was pretty good. It was really cohesive. I think it's like an example of really, really good like music that both you can listen to and your government teacher will listen to. Like it's like that. It fits everybody in the bubble, and everybody will enjoy it. That's what Silk Sonic is. Favorite song, Fly. Is it Fly Like Me? I think it's Fly Like Me. Who
I
cares?
hate that song.
Have you heard it?
No.
Smoking out the window. Have you heard that song?
No. I've only heard Uptown Funk.
That's not on this album, you fool. You're a Bruno
By
Mars
Blade?
idiot.
The Fool by Blade?
Take a knife and train your life. That's a preview for our next collaboration, because we're making a video doing a Dren Gang tier list. So Connor,
Yeah.
he's gonna have to sort The Fool, because he said he couldn't earlier. He's gonna have to sort it.
What do you mean?
And there's gonna be There's gonna be arguments.
Wait,
there's gonna
are
be-
we gonna rank everything?
No, it's just gonna be in a tier list.
Oh.
There's gonna be
Alright.
S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, E tier.
Alright, yeah, that's what
Maybe
I
not
thought.
E. E is trash. No one likes E tier. Even D tier is kind of trash.
Wait, think about it though. We could put the album E in E tier, and it could be in its own separate tier. Dude, that'd be so crazy.
I mean, we could do that because E is the best album. Spoilers. Bro, I'm going off the rails. I have to piss so bad.
I can tell you're like freaking wiggling all around.
Well, that wraps up the Luke and Connor podcast season 3 opener. And it's
Yeah.
going to get better from here. I know I say that literally every time we have a bad podcast, which is like
I don't think this
90
one was that bad.
That's like 95% of our podcast, but it's fine because it's going to get better. It's going to go up. You're going to be more entertained.
Exactly.
And by the way, the next thing is a YouTube video, not really a podcast. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. If you haven't seen my Luke Solo YouTube videos, go check them out. Go follow us on Instagram. And that's it. Luke and Connor podcast out.
Peace.